What's going on, you? Wilson Urena, and I'm back with another one. This is Eastwick Sports, and today we're gonna break down Stevenson versus Gvozdyk. It's gonna be for the
Get it, man.
WBC title. Stevenson finally has a formidable foe across the ring from him. He did fight Badu Jack. It was a good fight. A lot of back and forth in that fight. And I got my man here with me, Chris Henderson. How you doing, my brother?
What's up, bro?
Ain't much. Man. Ain't much.
I'm ready to talk about a little pugilism. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Spit a little pugilism.
Kick some knowledge.
Kick a little bit around. See what we can do.
Yeah.
Couple old Southern white guys. You know what I mean? That's the shit still trips me out, bro. Any of y'all listening to this show, man, if you think I'm a Southern white guy, something's wrong with you. I know I don't sound nothing like that. But my bro damn sure don't sound nothing like that. I mean, I know I do. I got a Southern accent. I know that. But hell, it's natural.
Hey, man.
I mean, I can put several black guys, white guys that grew up down there that don't sound much different than me. You know, I'll tell you one you want to talk about is Randy Moss. Grew up in West Virginia. Listen to him talk. If you had him on the phone or something, you wouldn't know he wasn't a damn country ass white guy.
Yeah, that's true. So we got this fight coming up. Overshadowed, obviously, by the heavyweight showdown. What you think of before we get into that though, man? What you think of Wilder weighing in on 212?
212 and a half, man. So I think that's like the second lowest of his career or something in that area. I don't think it's something that he intentionally said, I'm going to get below. What is it, 214 for Ortiz? Isn't that what it was?
Yeah, around there.
I don't think it was something he said, I'm going to get below that weight. I don't think it's something he says, I'm going to be a little bit faster. Regardless of what you think about his skill set, could he do a lot of things better? Absolutely, man. He's nowhere near a prototypical boxer. I don't give a shit if you're talking about heavyweight or minimum weight. He's nowhere near a prototypical boxer. But he is he is quick. He is fast. So now, is it try to make him a little more nimble on his feet? Maybe try to help him close the distance quicker to Fury? You know, what was the purpose behind it? I don't know. We could probably talk to JDs and find out next week or two. I know after the first year, I want to try to get a bunch of these guys on, start doing, letting our listeners, hear it from the horse's mouth sometimes here and there. But
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I don't want to be. What we don't want to be is another station that just sits and lets, fuck if you. There's all kind of the interview fighters. We want to try to throw a little bit different perspective and spread some knowledge, while we're doing it. So we could probably ask Jay and he'd tell us, but I'm not sure it was intentional. I think that they're thinking anywhere between, 215 to 225, and he's gravy. I think that's the mindset. And we do know last time, I don't know if you remember this, for the Ortiz fight, he was sick. And that's the reason he was only 214. So I am interested in knowing why he's a little bit smaller this time, if they had a plan behind this or what. Personally, I don't think it matters. I don't think it changes anything. I think, though, what could happen is, well, it won't really hurt him here because Fury just doesn't pack the punch needed to hurt him in this situation. You know what I'm saying? But what can happen is it could lead him to fuck his timing up. There's all kinds of things that can mess up. You know what I mean? Him trying to go in and become a different fighter for this fight would be dumb. He's not a guy that's quick on his feet. He's quick with his hands, fast with his hands, but his feet work, as he calls it, not footwork. Bless his heart, man. He is a nice guy, but I would almost help pitch in if they would hire him a public speaking coach or something. His feet work is so good, and he's the best that he can do. That's what he said. And I don't know. What do you think about it? The 212. Do you think this was intentional or what?
I think it's just who he is. He's gonna
I do
be
too.
between
I do
212,
too.
220 at all times. He's
Yeah,
lean.
I don't know his maximum weight, but I don't think he's ever come in at 230, has he?
I don't think so.
Anything that big?
I
I
don't
don't
think
either.
so.
I don't know.
So to me, much of it, I've seen some people speaking on it. They say he wanted to be a little faster or whatever. He's already athletic enough, and he definitely has the speed advantage regardless. So it's uh, I don't feel like there was a need to go down that low if that's what you wanted, in my opinion, because you already have that speed advantage. Uh,
I
I don't
totally
know,
agree.
man. The closer the fight gets, uh, for me personally goes beyond that fight. I want to see how her looks coming back. You know, I understand what he has in front supposed to look good, but you never know. So
Bro, I'm gonna be honest. If he don't look good, I'm gonna be more worried, unless it's something that you could actually point toward the injury. He's fighting Wilborn, and if I'm not mistaken, Wilborn went life and death a couple of times with a couple of UK prospects. You know,
yeah,
so
that's what I'm saying.
I expect a complete whitewash here by Hurd. He may not look sharp as well. Hell, has he really ever looked real sharp? You know, when you think
Yeah,
about it. He's not. He's another. He's not your prototypical boxer. But what he
he
is,
just wears you down.
yeah, he wears you down, and he's a little more skilled than what I see a lot of people giving credit for.
Yeah,
Because if people will remember our breakdown of Lara and Hurd, we touched on this, that how his footwork was actually as good as Lara's, if not better. Now, you didn't think so because of the movement and shit, you know, that Lara has incorporated in the past. But that's not all footwork is. Footwork is also proper placement, proper balance, proper, you know what I mean? And
yeah,
Hurd's got all that shit down pat. I will say that.
yeah. So yeah, I'm interested in how he's gonna look from that. Obviously, the main event to me, uh, it's two skilled guys. Like I kind of
Oh,
feel
did
like,
you just say two skilled guys?
well, two skilled guys
I'm
in
messing
the
with you, bro.
division because
I'm just messing with
this is how I feel about the heavyweight division. So
you. Guys,
it's the top three
you're
guys. There's Joshua,
you're at
and two of them are fighting tomorrow night. So
absolutely, and I love that. You can't ask for no more than that when two of the
and
top three guys in the division are going at it.
and that's what I meant by that. So these
Yeah,
are that one,
but
one is two, one is three. You guys decide. I don't care which.
yeah, yeah. I personally still rank Joshua at one. I mean, hell's got three belts. You know.
No. I
Uh,
mean, that's what I mean. These two are two and three. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
So
I
they
mean, I think most people have Fury ranked around 5 or 6 now, but it's in the public size, and that's what you got to look at. Not in boxing. Most of your insiders and
I'm not
pundits.
talking about
Uh,
White, you know, and guys
yeah,
like that or
exactly. I
T.
totally agree.
You
I
know,
totally agree.
I'm
The
talking
three
about
biggest names in the sport.
yeah,
Three biggest names in the division.
yeah.
And guys, I want to let the listeners know right now that you're not going to listen to a more enthusiastic and bigger heavyweight fan than Mr. Urena is.
He's lying to you guys. I am I'm very critical of the division. Listen, I'm very critical of the guys, but I respect them. I just I want more. Whoever wins, it's hopefully I don't see them working anything out with Joshua for April. Um,
I don't either, but I do have a little bit of inside information, but I don't know whether it pans out. I just got a little bit of chatter that Oleksandr Usyk is likely to be added to the April the 13th undercard, and he will face the winner of
Josh
Dillian White.
White and Chisora. He's going to be
Yes.
ringside, so people need to.
He will face the winner of White and Chisora, and I've seen some people bring up that they think Dillian White can beat him. My God, pick up another hobby. Do not follow boxing anymore. You need to go do something else.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to bother with that one till we get there. But so tomorrow night,
But yeah, kudos to the guys getting in the ring. Massive respect to both. They're putting it all on the line. Deontay Wilder did this next best thing he could do when the Joshua fight fell
but
through, and Me and you both did articles on this saying there ain't but one way to go here, and it's Tyson Fury.
Right.
He done that.
Yeah, and as a treat, boxing a little earlier tomorrow. So
absolutely, man, and that's what this show's about, right?
Right. So we're gonna have Stevenson, Gvozdyk. Now, I will say this: Stevenson has the type of power that could change a fight at any given moment, and end the fight at any given moment. And Gvozdyk has been
pound for pound
open to that left hand.
Yes, he has, absolutely.
So
this battle, and we say this a lot, and I guess, and we're not overstating it, we're not exaggerating. This fight's going to have a lot to do with your lead foot. If Stevenson is able to trap, and for those who don't know what I'm talking about, trap Gvozdyk's lead foot. What I mean is, you'll hear a lot of people say if you're a southpaw, you want your left foot, your right foot, your lead foot, to be outside their lead foot. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that causes him to fall into a straight left hand. Well, there's one thing to have it placed there, but there's another thing to have it trapped there. And what I mean by that is, and you'll notice from Stevenson's standing, he's a bit more square than what you want to be at times.
Right.
So what happens is his foot's almost naturally going to be outside Gvozdyk's, okay? But will he be able to step with Gvozdyk as he tries to, use lateral movement and rotate and turn him in the ring? Will he be able to step and stop that? That's what I mean by trapping it. Will he be able to step forward, stop it, throw the left? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And the thing about this is too, when he fought Jack tends to take, I don't know if he takes rounds off hell out of me, because Jack just come on, let your hands go. Let your hands go. Let your hands go.
Yeah, Badu Jack should have beat him.
Yeah, and I felt he should have beat him, but he didn't get the decision. It was a majority draw. Jack did get the one of the judges' scorecards, but it was a draw. And you know what?
I don't remember off the top of my head how I scored that fight, but I do believe it was 7-5. But I didn't have no problem with the draw.
I didn't have a problem with the draw.
I think the punch in the 10th or 11th round, Stevenson landed a shot to the body that rattled Jack for a minute, and I think he got a little too much credit for that shot. And what I mean by that is it was a great punch, and it was definitely the hardest punch in the second half of the fight. Actually, it may have been the best punch in the fight, period, because it rattled Badu Jack, and it slowed the momentum down that he had building into the end of the fight. He had won the 7th, the 8th, the 9th, the 10th. You know what I mean? Up until that,
Stevenson got a little bit of a second wind in that fight, and that was on Jack, because I felt like he let him off the hook a lot.
Absolutely. I think that he got the second win simply off of adrenaline. And of course you got adrenaline. But when he landed that shot to the body, it made him think, "Oh shit, I can still win this." Do you see what I'm saying? And come on, let's do this. Let's reach down, and if we can just burn out another 5 minutes in this fight, I got a shot. So, I think he got too much. Like when I say too much credit for that punch, what I mean is I still don't think he won that round, even landing that big punch. But they gave it to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think, like I said, I feel like he could catch him if he catches him. I don't know. Like I say, get anybody out, but can he do it?
Pound for pound, even at 41 years old, top 5 pound for pound punchers in the sport.
Yeah, but can he do it?
I hate it.
That's still the question. That's still the question. Can he still do it? You know what I mean?
He is the only fighter, as long as I've been involved in this sport or covering the sport, he's the only fighter ever that I truly hated. I won't go into why, but if anybody knows who he is, they'll understand. I can't fathom any father of a little girl in this world being a fan of his. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like I said, I won't throw more mud on his name. Everybody knows the story.
I mean, I give him a puncher's chance if the fight goes the distance. It's Canada, so anything's possible. But but
I never
I
let that
think
affect my opinion. Go ahead.
I think if you have a fight, the longer it goes, favor the more you favor Gvozdyk. You know what I?
Mhm.
I just feel like he will step on the gas if he has to.
If
And
he gets him into the position, let me tell you what's getting ready to happen. You remember the fireman when Teddy Atlas fired Tim Bradley up? As
yeah,
funny as people laughed and joked about that shit, but it worked for Bradley at the time. Do you know what I mean? Be ready
yeah,
to see that same type of speech come from Teddy Atlas again around round 6, 7, or 8, and
yeah.
Gvozdyk shuts the door. I do not see this fight. I mean, I can do a breakdown if you want. That's up to you. But I do not see Adonis Stevenson answering the bell for the 12th and final round here.
Okay, so how does it play out?
I think what happens early is Stevenson throws his wad. What I mean by that is he comes with everything he's got early. All right. He's hoping that I can catch the guy. I can get to him early. Same thing he did with Badu Jack, remember?
Right.
Here's the difference: is Badu Jack, his defense is more of a Jack wants to be as close as he can to you. He likes to exchange, but he just don't let his hands go. In my opinion, he'll shell up. Jack, a lot of I've heard people say his defense ain't great. Well, he's got good fundamental defense, but what I mean by that is hands in the right place, and he's tucking his elbows as the punches are coming. So and that works. Thing is, Gvozdyk does too. Okay, he's got the same defense if he chooses to use it. You mentioned he's susceptible to the left hand at times, and you're absolutely right. The thing is, he has a tendency to do that once he gets either careless or I did see Chilemba set the shot up against him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so Chilemba is a guy that's often overlooked, but he's a very crafty fighter. When you look at his losses, it's Lidier Alvarez, Sergey Kovalev,
Right.
Gvozdyk. Better, I mean, he's lost to some of the bigger names in the sport, in the division, his division. So he's a crafty little fighter in there, Chilemba is. And so him being able to set that up doesn't surprise me. What we don't know, Stevenson has been the lineal champion now for what, 10, 11, 12 fights, some shit like that? Quite some time. And ever since he beat Cloud for it.
Yeah.
And Chad Dawson, Tavares Cloud, Tony Bellew. That's when you kick off your lineal reign right there with those three guys. And they were three of the top guys in the division at the time, remember?
Yeah.
All right. And then all of a sudden, just boom, he fell off a damn cliff and wasn't fighting nobody. Literally, I remember I was there, but I can't remember if this is true or not. But I think they had to hold a mirror up and let Karpinski fog the son of a bitch, to make sure he was alive before they even walked out to the ring. I'm joking,
I mean,
but his competition level, say it is being fucking nice.
yeah,
because it sucked. But here he is at 40 and 41 years old. He stepped up back to back and fought Badu Jack and Oleksandr Gvozdyk. Now, I don't want to give him too much credit because the WBC forced this one, and Bob Arum was not letting it slip through his hands. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
bit of a shocker here is that Top Rank didn't end up with this fight on ESPN. That did kind of surprise me.
So what round is this fight in?
I think what happens is after you see Stevenson early, he'll have the punch count lead and stuff like that, unless he gets popped with a big shot. Don't kid yourself. Gvozdyk carries fight finishing power himself. What has he got? 12 knockouts in 15 fights? Something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
He's part of what I call the Ukrainian triple threat. I started calling him this in like 2011 at the World Championships and shit with him, Usyk, and Lomachenko. He's also the difference is he's not quite as flashy with his skill, as, of course, as Lomachenko and Usyk, but he is every bit as fundamentally skilled as those guys are. We saw him leave Robert Garcia following the Chilemba fight, I think it was, and went to Contreras or somebody else to train. And we saw a little bit of a drop off, in my opinion. I don't know if you saw it, but I did not see the same fighter. Okay, for a couple fights there. Gvozdyk.
Well, after the Shalemba fight, came back. He fought Gonzalez. That was a third round TKO. Then he fought Baker. That was a 6th round TKO. Then he went in for Amar, and that was a unanimous decision.
Meaty. This is the guy, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, but ain't this the guy that we couldn't even find fucking tape on to break a fight down or something?
Yeah. Yeah, and that was his last fight. And that was back in March. So from what I'm seeing, shit, that might be his well, nah, because
hold on a minute. Go ahead, bro.
Like what, every 4 to 6 months.
Who, Gvozdyk?
Yeah, he fought a lot early on, but lately it's been like an average of 4 to 6 months. So I think he's obviously the lesser skill of the three. If you mentioned it.
Yeah, he's like I said, he's very fundamentally skilled. No, he's very fundamental. Oh yeah, to say, hey man, Oleksandr Usyk and Vasily Lomachenko are more skilled than me. Well, fuck, they're more skilled than every other boxer in the world too, damn near, you know? So yeah, there's no shame in that at all.
I throw Tarek.
You're talking about literally. Yeah, I'm not saying
that category too.
That's why I said damn near every other.
Yeah.
There's no more than a handful that's better, you know.
All right. So, you know, he still has some pop himself. Stevenson is older. I feel like you saw a little bit of his age in his last fight, and
sure,
I think you're gonna see some of that again.
Yeah, I do too.
He's just gonna have to catch him. In my opinion, he's gonna have to ramp it up a little more. I felt like he started very slow in the Jack fight, but Jack let him off the hook because Jack's is not a fighter that puts pressure on you either. He likes to wait.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
So he tries to be a counterpuncher. So, you know, he's not just going to. So I feel like this guy's going to come forward a little more. Or he might just try to set a trap and let Stevenson walk in on him and walk into something. But if he catches him, it could be trouble. You know, but I don't know if he will.
I do. I don't either. I don't think he does. We say I don't know. It's boxing. Anything can happen. But I give his chances in the single. I give it 10 to 15% tops that he catches him and gets him out of there. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll eat it, and then we'll see likely see Stevenson face Badu Jack again, maybe, very possibly.
And then maybe call it quits.
Yeah, he's got to. He's 41 years old. But as much as I've knocked him.
You know, I mean, this Bivol at 175. I mean, there's some fighters there. I think Bivol has looked a little in the last few fights. He's sharp, very sharp, but he's a perfectionist, and he frustrates the shit out of me because I think everything.
I understand. You think you watch him fight?
Everything has to.
You wonder. Why the hell ain't he going in there and finish that fight against Pascal?
He wants everything to be perfect.
There's two ways to look at that. Like you said, you can get frustrated with it and wonder why you're doing it, or why he's doing it. Why ain't he got a little more hunger? Why ain't he going after?
No, not even that. My fear is like this. You could do that. It's sometimes when you wait for everything to be perfect, before you know, you're hearing the final bell and you just lost.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen now.
You know,
so he's comfortably winning fights, though.
Yeah.
Still, so I do think that you're going to the farther he goes in his career, you're going to realize that this guy's a boxer. He's not a boxer country. He's not a monster like people's tried to make him out to be.
I thought he was. You know what I mean? And that's not a knock on him. That's a knock on the people that didn't understand.
No, he may even be better in the long run than what anybody thought he was. But he's not no monster, guys. Let's get that shit out of there. Just because he come from Russia, don't make him Ivan Drago.
He beat the brakes off Barrera, and you know has looked good, but hasn't looked great in the last two fights since. So
Actually, no, he hasn't looked great, but I have seen. I'm more impressed with him now after these last
Yeah,
two
I know.
fights. Believe it or not, I'd have to break it down and exactly what I'm talking about.
Growth. That's all
Huh?
you at. You see growth in his game.
I see a lot actually. I
Yeah.
see what, and I
So
don't see it in what you're looking at. I see it in his mental game, and
yeah,
that is crucial for a guy that's got 15 fights. That is crucial for a
you
guy that's
know,
got 15 fights. You know, he
I get-
got bashed for this recent fight. He got a little bashed for it, but I'm guessing.
I took
Shit, who did he just fight?
Pascal.
Yeah, Pascal. That's right. I don't know. But I just mentioned a few minutes ago, but
Yeah.
I guess everybody's forgetting Pascal just took Alvarez to a majority decision not too long ago.
I mean,
You know,
yeah.
stuff like that.
I mean,
So
yeah. But see, I think
Kovalev's the only man that finished him, and he finished him when Kovalev still had that aura about him.
yeah.
And believe it or not, that aura meant a lot because it creates hesitation in your opponent. And they're thinking that, hey, he's this monster over there. The hype, people call them hype jobs, and you know, I don't like to call them hype jobs because they are very good fighters
Yeah,
still. You don't get to this level.
I don't think.
So,
Yeah,
but I am quick to say he's not the guy. You know, me and you preached for years. We've been friends now for right at 3 years almost. And we have preached the whole time that Gennady Golovkin is not this fucking monster y'all talking about. He's not this ultimate fighting machine. But me and you both, the minute he was done with both the Alvarez fights, because he's a hell of a lot better than we ever thought he was. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
The guy can actually box a little bit, you
Yeah,
know?
he showed me
So,
something.
yeah, he's a hell of a lot better. But you get so frustrated with listening to these people talk and Max Kellerman and Jim Lampley, or whether it be on Showtime or whether it be on Sky, or wherever it be, you go, man, listen, he's not that fucking good. You're starting to compare him to Marvin Hagler. You're pissing me off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
So he's got options at 175, but I think you're right. It probably will be the Jack rematch.
yeah.
Depending on who Jack faces next.
Yeah.
You know?
I think I'm not sure what the money is on this fight for him. It's in Canada, so they don't have to do a disclosure of purses.
Yeah.
But I think he needs, and here's the problem is with his legal problems, he can't just go and fight outside of Canada like he wants to. He's got to get okayed and, you know, different shit like that. But he's left some money on the table with the Kovalev fight. Everybody knows that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is with him. So, but it'll be interesting to see
what he wants is another Bellew fight at cruiserweight, but that's not happening. Bellew's gone, and I got a good feeling that Tony Bellew's really gone. He's done.
Yeah, I can understand why he would want that. It will be a decent payday for him. So why not? And so he would want that just to take that taste out his mouth from the last time they met in the ring. But at 190 or whatever,
190 or 200 now.
200 now.
I think Tony Bellew beats him.
Exactly. So it is what it is, man. So tomorrow, Stevens. So tomorrow, you changed your mind? Wilder.
Yeah, it's a little late. I've actually watched a little bit more tape today. I did a little bit more film study and stuff. And was it night before last when we done our breakdown? I was 80-20 in favor of Wilder stopping him in under, what I say?
9.5. But
Six.
Yeah.
I bet 9 minutes and 9 rounds, a minute and a half in the ninth round. But I bet that, and I bet a chunk on that. But the more I watch tape and stuff, and the more I listen to him talk, and Tyson Fury believes he's going to win this fight, bro. He truly believes he's going to win this fight. So does Deontay Wilder.
It's going to be a fun
Tyson
fight.
Fury, though, is capable of winning this fight.
Yeah.
He has the style to make us be so aggravated by the time the fight's over, because he's damn near bored us to death. That Klitschko win, I fucking hated that fight. Excuse my language, but I hated that fight. It was a terrible fight. And I didn't blame Tyson Fury for it. I blamed Vladimir Klitschko for it. For him to have let a guy like that get in his head just totally aggravated me. And it actually, prior to that fight, I had Vladimir Klitschko, although I know the era was kind of weak, you know, and everything, but I had him arguably as a top 10 heavyweight of all time. All right. And the reason for that was the long ass reign. I mean, fuck, he reigned forever. You know, he was the champion. He won fairly easy every time. There really wasn't no close fights. You know what I'm saying? No matter who it may be. And he never dodged anybody. He literally, if this was the number one contender, put him in the ring. You know what I mean? Whether it was Povetkin, whether it was Shagov, whether it was, you know what I mean, whoever it was, put him in the ring. Brian Jennings, when these guys were undefeated number one contenders, he allowed them to get in there, and he continued to win. But that fight right there showed me that, my God, man, he does not deserve to be mentioned in the same breath as at least 10 other heavyweights when it comes to ring IQ. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
His ring IQ ain't nowhere near what Mike Tyson's was. And I'm going to catch some slack for saying that, because I've often called Mike Tyson overrated, but I've also called him underrated, because some people throw so much into where he never beat nobody, you know what I mean? Shit like that. I'm not going to get into that long debate, but yeah, he was better than some give him credit for, and not what others say he was too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Vladimir Klitschko really, really disappointed me in that Fury fight. His ring IQ, and although I've got a clip that's being put together of my predictions over the years and some of my big breakdowns. I was able to pull some of I can't pull like the full footage from ESPN, but like you can get the voice clip to where I talk about like how it's going to break down stuff. I did predict Tyson Fury to win that fight. I got the screenshots from Twitter and stuff. I did do that, and I did it on air. But I still was severely disappointed in Klitschko. And I don't, while Fury has a huge advantage across, you know, in ring IQ over there tomorrow, I just don't see him dodging that right hand for 12 rounds. I'm not as sure that it ends within 6 or 7 as I was 2 nights ago, but I am pretty sure that it still ends with Deontay Wilder becoming the lineal heavyweight champion of the world and defending WBC champion of the world. Yes, I do.
Wow. Now you heard it, folks. And Stevenson loses tomorrow?
Stevenson, Gvozdyk tomorrow. I've got Oleksandr Gvozdyk winning by 9th round stoppage. Somewhere in that area right there. I think he stops Stevenson. People seem to forget that Stevenson does have a loss, and it was a severe knockout loss to Darnell Boone out of Youngstown, Ohio. But I do. Somebody asked me today, how do I rank the 175s? Love him, like him, hate him or not, he's still your lineal champion. That's Adonis Stevenson. But I do not think he's the best 175 in the world, but you have to rank him at number 1. He's got 11 title defenses. He is the lineal champion. He did step up and face Jack the last time. And like I said, the first 3 fights out the gate were brutal, man, when you stop and think about it. Chad Dawson, Tavares Cloud, Tony Bellew. I think it was almost right. Was it them 3 right in order or so? It was pretty close.
I believe so.
Yeah, I mean, he was hell out the gate. So I still give him his props as the champion of 175. He's a lineal champion. So I got him at number 1. I have Bivol at number 2. Alvarez at 3, and Beterbiev at 4. Beterbiev has failed drastically. I had him at number 2 for a long time. And I moved Bivol and Alvarez up. Of course, Kovalev dropped out of my top 6, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
because I think the guy that Stevenson's fighting tomorrow could very easily move up into, while he's going to become the lineal champion should he win the WBC champion, I will probably have Bivol at 1. And Gvozdyk could slide as high as 2, but I think the 3 is about the max for him.
He didn't Darnell Boone, right? You got him by Darnell Boone in the 6th round.
Mm-hmm.
Then he turned around, fought Dawson right after. Beat him. Fought Cloud. Fought Bellew. And now from far. And then,
that's right. He's fought from far twice, hasn't he?
And then Dimitri. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you got Bika.
Damn, it was that far before he fought Bellew?
Oh, Bellew right after he fought Tavares Cloud. So
Okay.
he's had a good run right there with
He fought
certain guys.
Bellew in 2013, right? You know when he fought Bellew?
Yeah, the end of
Damn.
2013. But then after
Man, time
that,
flies when you got to kick with a terrible champion, huh?
and after that is Dimitri Bika. Bika's not bad. Carpensy.
No, Bika was a better 168 in my opinion, but he's not a bad one. No.
Yeah. Then Carpensy. Then you got Williams Jr. Then from Fire again, which that fight made no sense. And then
I didn't like the Thomas Williams fight either, to be honest with you.
So yeah, I mean, you could question the competition there. I'm not going to say.
Quick question while we're on here, bro. Bivol talking to going to 168. Are you fine with that if he does or not?
If he could make the weight, I mean, whatever is clever. I mean, I would like to see him stay at 175. Get Bills there, face some champions, but
I think he considers it because of the money. The money's better at 168, right. At least for a couple fights. The Callum Smith fight's bigger. It's a huge fight in the UK. You know.
Yeah. They already.
But I hear
amateurs, isn't it?
Who? Callum Smith and Bivol? Wouldn't surprise me. I'd have to look. I haven't been on there and ganced that out. You know. Yeah, but what I do think it's a couple of bigger money fights. But I also feel he's more likely to lose at 168 than 175. It ain't got nothing to do with the weight because Bivol has no problems making weight. He's on 175 a week out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he has no issues with weight. Getting to 168 be a piece of cake for him.
He's not one of those guys that balloons.
When you stand him up beside the best light heavyweights in the world, there's not that big a size difference. Stand him up beside Callum Smith, David Benavidez, Gilberto Ramirez. He is significantly smaller than those guys are in stature. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's got a drastic reach disadvantage. And David Benavidez, if somebody don't beat him soon, could turn into a dominant 168 champion.
We shall see.
We shall see. And
you know,
I guess we're going to get back together whatever day you.
We'll recap this.
Yeah, we'll recap this and do a little show.
Sunday night don't matter.
Maybe it's up to my brother.
Yeah, I'll be much busier on here, so definitely we're gonna
Yeah, man, let's get on. Throw some shit out there and
put some shit out here while we're chilling.
We might even talk about some damn curling or something. Wouldn't you like to do that? Break down a good curling match? That'd be a great. It is Eastwick Sports, right?
Yeah, that'd be a great 2 views.
Yeah, we could. I don't know, man. If we could get somebody to spread the word in Canada, we might take off.
Yeah, we might. We'll sprinkle in some other sports here. Obviously, boxing is what we do for a living, but
yeah,
it is what it is. Folks, we're gonna let we're gonna let you guys go.
And if y'all want the pay-per-view numbers, get with us. Tune into us. We will have them before anybody will. Guaranteed.
Yeah, we'll make sure we come on the air for that one. We'll be showing YouTube a whole lot more love. Look, there's gonna be a lot of things coming down the pipeline. I'll keep you guys posted on that as we get a chance. Chris, any last words, man?
Not really. I want to shout out to Betsy Rain Henderson. If y'all don't know who she is, get with the program. She is a big up-and-comer in the boxing world.
Man, get out of here. You know what, man? Shout out guys in the group, man.
Absolutely, man. I want to shout out to Sam Rivera, Chris Walker, Chris Crook.
Addison.
Today's his birthday.
Silver. Chris Crook, happy birthday. You know, guys like that.
We got this fucking Brit guy that we deal with.
Aaron Cooper.
Hey, leave my buddy alone.
Rob Kelly. Everybody, man. Big shout out to you,
Leon, man. We got some guys in our new sports group. If you ain't been over our sports group, check it out. That's Eastwick Sports. Go in there, and what you want to do is try to talk all the shit you can to Eagle fans. We really support that.
We got a couple of them on there. So
yeah, literally a couple.
we'll be back. Literally. We'll be back sometime this weekend, folks. We are out.